Welcome back. So we're gonna look at still verbs in the preterite, except now we're gonna do stem changing and spelling change verbs. And stem change. All right. So for stem changing verbs, stem changing. The stem changing verbs, there is no stem change for AR and ER verbs. And so therefore there is only a stem change for IR verbs. So it is IR verbs only. And the regular stem changes like E to IE, O to UE, E to I, those are a little bit different for the preterite. So an O to UB stem change is now O to U, such as verb like dormir, present duermo. The preterite is going to be dormi. Third person is going to be dormio. See, there's this U here, where over here it's a UE, now it is just a U. And these stem changes are only for the third person forms. So it's the L, Aja, instead, and the ustedes, ellos. So it's only El, ella, usted, and ellos, ustedes. So third person only. It's only for the third person is the stem change. So like a verb like dormir, first person, yo, dormi, third person, ustedes, durmieron. It's a you, not the you. That is the first stem change. First kind of stem change. E to IE stem changes in the present tense are going to be E to I in preterite. So if we have a verb such as tener, tener's not tener, pedir, such as that. Ido, that's for the present. If we want to read the preterite, it's going to be for the third person. It's going to be pidió. This verb is E to I. E to I in the present, and it's E to I in the preterite too. But other verbs which are E to IE are going to be E to I in the preterite. So we did dormir. Now let's try preferir. this verb is E to I, E in the present. And so for the preterite, it's going to be E to I. So we have yo preferí. This right here, completely regular for the preterite. Tu preferiste. Ella, usted prefirió. Notice this I here. Prefirió. It's not an IE, it's an I. And then for the third person plural, prefirieron. So, in short, stem change verbs in preterite. Third person. Third person forms, IR only. IR verbs only. And they are O to U and E to I. That is for the stem changing verbs, the preterite. Now, let's do the spelling change verbs. So, spelling change verbs. I think I need a different pen. Yeah, this one's... Okay. Spelling change verbs. So for these, they only have in the preterite. All of this stuff is for the preterite, because that's the tense that we're learning. The only verbs that change their spellings in the preterite are ones that end in car, gar, or zar. And these guys change their spellings in the yo only, the first person form, yo, only the yo form, yo, only. A lot of this stuff, it sounds hard at first when you're learning it, but it'll make sense later on. These guys, they just change their spelling. So, car, for verbs that end in car, the C in car, it becomes QU, so it's like that, like quar. So, for example, buscar, to look for. In the yo, or only in the preterite, it becomes busque. It's just written with a Q instead of a C, because if you were to write B-U-S-C-E, that is busse. It's not the same thing. So they're just replacing the hard C with the hard QU for the E in order to preserve that sound that the verb would make. It's just it sounds exactly the same, buscar, busque. It's just written differently. And for gar, the G goes to a GU. And for zar, the Z goes to a C. So, verbs such as pagar hey. In the yo form of the preterite is jo, kage. There's ji, jiyo. Once again, because if you were to write it like that, without the u, that says hahe. This G makes a soft sound. This G makes a softer sound before the E. So in order to preserve the harshness sound of the vowel, of the consonant, you change it to a GU. And then for zar, the Z goes to a C. So a verb such as komenzar, which means to start, going to be in the preterite, yo comencé. The Z becomes a C, and it's only for the yo form. So for comenzaste, and so on, those are all regular. The Z is still there. And that is it for today. We did the spelling change verbs and the stem changing verbs. Thank you, and I hope you found this helpful. See you next time. And next time, we're going to finish up the preterite, and we're going to do verbs that are completely irregular in the preterite. Those ones you gotta memorize. So I'll see you then. Thanks.